Hi, I'm Alicia Fuss.
And I'm Colin Peterson, and we are so excited to welcome you to the live performance of Shuddersome Tales of Poe.
As theater educators, nothing brings us more joy than to gather in a room with young people and create. This summer, that room has looked different, no doubt. But here we are at the culmination of weeks of play, discovery, and lifting student voices. As our audience, you are a part of that incredible achievement. Your very presence is a gift to the young people who have worked so hard and been so brave to create theater in brand new ways. As we all face a school year like no other, Nashville Children's Theater is asking for your help. I am asking for your help. Please, if you are able, make a donation today. A gift of just $10 from each person watching right now will help cover the costs of future programming just like this. It will help cover scholarships, rights for plays written specifically for online performance, and creative teaching artists who transcend screens to connect with students wherever they are. We want to continue to meet families where they need us, to deliver theater instruction of the highest quality to all of our young people, to partner with our schools to help deliver high-quality arts education in their classrooms, virtual or in person. So please, text DRAMA to 44321. You'll be able to select the donation amount that works best for you, and you'll help NCT step into its 90th season on a foundation of love, hope, and possibility.
We thank you so much for your donation. Now, we can't start this without a power clap, because this is an NCT education production, and if you weren't with us the last Livestream festival, you don't know what a power clap is, so let me tell you. A power clap is one singular sensational clap that we are going to send all of our love, energy, and support into that clap through our screen, and so that all of our students can feel the amazing amount of support that we have for them as they are about to perform live. All right, so how we do this is we are going to raise our hands just like this. Some people call it spirit fingers, some people call it jazz hands, and we're going to send all of our love, energy, and support into those fingertips as we do one singular sensational clap on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3! Yes! I love it. Thank you so very much. Now, might I remind you, this is a live performance. The students are literally waiting to perform live. And just like as you would in a theater, I want you to react, engage with this performance, be scared of the creepy things that you are about to see, laugh with the all amazing jokes that may or may not be in this show. Now, even though it's a screen, you engaging is more fun for you, and also I promise you the kids will feel it. So, we're going to turn it over to Miss Alicia, who is the director of Shuddersome Tales of Poe. Miss Alicia?
Hi. So like Colin said, I had the huge pleasure of directing this play with 14 amazing young performers. This program is part of our Emerging Artists series of classes and productions. These classes are for our most advanced and hardworking students, and oh my gosh, I am just unbelievably impressed with what they have brought to the table. The 10 rehearsals we shared together have been a joy beyond what I can even express right now in words. They have given me the huge gift of getting to create art, and I've gotten to watch them express themselves, hone their actor skills, play with lighting design in their own homes and what it means to perform for a camera. But what Colin said is true. They are sitting there. They are in the wings right now, about to perform a story for you. And we're so glad you're here. So I'm not going to say, sit back and relax. I'm going to say, lean in and get ready for some goosebumps. Please enjoy Shuddersome Tales of Poe.
Thump thump.
Nervous. Very, very dreadfully nervous.
Thump thump. Thump thump.
I have been, and I am. But mad?
Thump thump. Thump thump.
Mad. The disease did not make me mad. It sharpened my senses. You say madness? I say a highly developed sense of hearing. I have exceptional hearing. Scrape of a chair in another room. The fall of a leaf on the ground. I have heard all things in heaven and earth. I have heard things in hell. Hearing things does not make you mad.
The eye.
Mad? Ha! Say, look! Look how calm I am! Listen!
Thump thump. Thump thump.
I will tell you the whole story. You'll see how calmly I tell the tale. You will change your mind. Morning!
Good morning.
Sleep well?
Like a stone.
When?
I don't know! It's impossible to say. As soon as the thought entered my mind,
Kill the old man.
Kill the old man.
it haunted me day and night.
Why?
Why?
I don't know! There was no motivation, no wrongdoing on his part. Morning.
Good morning.
I loved the old man. Sleep well?
Like a stone.
He never
Killed.
struck me, nor insulted me. Good night.
Good night.
See you in the morning. It was never him at all. It was his eye.
The eye.
There! The eye of a vulture, pale blue with the film. And every time that eye looks at me,
The eye.
The evil.
The evil.
The eye. What's the matter?
sorry?
What's the matter? You're staring.
Oh, nothing, sorry. Lost in thought.
The eye.
Whenever it fell upon me, my blood ran cold.
Kill the old man.
And so by degrees,
Kill the old man.
I made up my mind
Kill the old man.
to take his life and rid myself of the eye forever.
Thump thump.
Morning.
Good morning.
Sleep well?
Like a stone.
Kill the old man.
You think me mad. The mad know nothing. I know. I am wise. You'll see how wise I am. Good night.
Good night.
See you in the morning. I was so kind before I killed him. The whole week, and then I practiced. Midnight, I stand outside his door. Turn the latch. Open the door. Slowly, slowly, slow now.
Creep.
The old man's sleep must not be disturbed. There's just enough space to slip my head in and peek into the room.
Boom!
This takes a whole hour. Would the mat do this? Would the mat be so precise? Good night.
Good night.
See you in the morning. Would the mat do this for 7 nights? Midnight comes, turn latch, open door, slowly, peek, and again. Good morning.
Good morning.
Sleep well?
Like a stone.
The 8th night. Turn latch, open door, slowly, peek. Good night.
Good night.
See you in the morning. Turn latch, open door, slowly,
The
peek.
eye. The evil.
The evil.
The eye.
I was waiting.
The eye. The evil.
The evil.
The eye.
The old man did me no wrong. I was waiting for the eye. Morning.
Good morning.
Sleep well?
Like a stone.
He had no idea. No idea what I was doing. What I was thinking. The 8th night. Turn latch. Open door. Slowly.
Creak.
Shh. Who's there?
Thump, thump. Thump, thump. Thump, thump.
A whole hour I stand in the door.
Thump, thump.
The room is dark as pitch. He can't see me.
No.
He is listening for death.
Thump, thump.
No.
The sound of terror. I know it well. It rises from the bottom of my soul. Night after night while the world sleeps, terror echoes up from my soul. I know what the old man felt, but I chuckle at heart.
Thump, thump.
His fears are growing.
It is nothing but the wind in the chimney.
He tries to wave them away.
Some.
It is nothing but a mouse on the floor.
Trying to comfort himself in vain.
Thump, thump.
It is merely a cricket.
Thump, thump.
But he knows in his heart.
Is anyone there?
It is too late. Death stands with his black shadow before him.
It is nothing. Nothing.
Death approaches.
Ah! There!
Ah, there! Do you see? The eye has opened! Quicker, quicker it beats!
Thump. Thump,
And
thump.
louder, louder, the heart will
Thump,
burst!
thump.
Someone will hear.
Thump, thump.
The neighbors!
Thump, thump.
The time is now!
Thump,
His hour has come!
thump.
No! No!
It is done. 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 Stone dead. The eye will trouble me no more!
Kill the old man.
You think me mad? A mad person would not take these next wise steps. I cut up the corpse. Oh, wise indeed.
The eye.
The evil.
The evil.
The eye.
Head, arms, legs. Not a drop of blood anywhere. A tub catches all. I'm as sharp as a... Sharp as a... 3 planks up from the floor, and the body goes underneath. Genius! Replace the board so carefully, so cunningly. Nothing. No human eye.
The eye.
The evil.
The evil.
The eye.
Not even his would have discovered it.
Dong. 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 Dong.
4 a.m. Still dark. Who's that? Well, what have I to fear? My heart is light. Yes?
Good evening.
How can I help you?
Sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
Oh, why, it's no trouble at all. But what has brought the police to my door?
The neighbors heard a shriek.
They suspect foul play.
My goodness!
May we search the premises?
By all means, officers, by all means. The shriek, I'm afraid, was my own. A bad dream. The owner is away in the country. Come, this is his room right here. Do you believe it? I brought them right into the old man's room.
Everything looks all right.
Sorry to have disturbed you.
Oh, well, please have a seat, won't you? You must be weary from this late night adventure. Right in the old man's room. Genius.
Thank you.
Thank you indeed.
As you can see, officers, there's nothing.
Thump, thump.
As you can see, there's nothing out of order.
Thump, thump.
We appreciate your cooperation.
It's no trouble.
Thump, thump.
Do you...
Yes?
Nothing.
Thump, thump.
Do you hear that?
We often get these calls. They all have to be checked out.
Thump, thump.
Stop it.
You remember the body in the basement, Bill?
Sure do.
Thump, thump.
All because a neighbor reported an odd noise.
They must hear. They must know what I've done.
Thump. And then there was the body in the garden. Remember that? Thump.
Probably never would have found that one except for the dog.
Oh, that dog.
Sunk right down to a pair of hands.
They are mocking me, laughing at me. I can't take this anymore. Villains hide no more. I admit the deed. Damn the place. Here's the beating of his hideous heart.
Thump, thump. Thump, thump.
Thump, thump.
Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary,
over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore.
While I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping.
Someone gently rapping at my chamber door.
"'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. "Only this, and nothing more."
Distinctly I remember, it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my books surcease of sorrow, sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels named Lenore, nameless here forevermore.
And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before, so that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door." Some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. This it is, and nothing more.
Presently my soul grew stronger. Hesitating then no longer.
"Sir,"
said I,
"or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is, I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you.
Here I open wide the door.
Darkness there, and nothing more.
Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal has ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the darkness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was the whispered word.
Lenore.
This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word.
Lenore.
Merely this, and nothing more.
Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning. Soon again I heard a tapping, somewhat louder than before. Surely, said I, surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see then what thereat is, and this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment, and the mystery explore. It is the wind, and nothing more.
Open here I flung the shutter, when with many a flirt and flutter,
in there stepped a stately raven of the saintly days of yore.
Not the least obeisance made he, not a minute stopped or stayed he.
With mien of lord or lady perched above my chamber door.
Perched upon a bust of Pallas just above my chamber door.
Perched and sat, and nothing more.
Then this ebony bird beguiling my sad fancy into smiling, by the grave and stern decorum of the countenance it wore. Though thy crest be shorn and shaven, thou, said I, art sure no craven, ghastly grim and ancient raven, wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's Plutonian shore. Quoth the raven, nevermore.
Much I marveled this ungainly fowl to hear discourse so plainly, though its answer little meaning, little relevancy bore, for we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door, bird or beast above the sculptured bust, above the chamber door, with such name as nevermore.
But the raven, sitting lonely on that placid bust, spoke only that one word.
As if his soul in that one word he did outpour.
Nothing further than he uttered.
Not a feather then he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered. Other friends have flown before. On the morrow he will leave me, as my hopes have flown before.
Then the bird said,
nevermore.
Startled at the stillness broken by reply so aptly spoken, doubtlessly, said I, what it utters is its only stock and store, caught from some unhappy master whom a merciful disaster followed fast and faster till his songs one burden bore, till the dirges of his hope that melancholy burden bore of never, nevermore.
But the raven, still beguiling my sad soul into smiling, straight I willed a cushion seat in front of bird and bust and door. Then upon the velvet sinking, I took myself to linking fancy unto fancy thinking what this ominous bird of yore, what this grim, ungainly, ghastly, gone and ominous bird of yore meant and croaking nevermore.
This I sat engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing.
The fowls whose fiery eyes burn into my bosom's core.
This and more I sat divining,
with my head at ease reclining,
on the cushion's velvet violet lining with the lamplight gloating o'er.
But whose velvet violet lining with the lamplight gloating o'er?
She shall press on nevermore.
Then methought the air grew denser, perfumed by an unseen censer, swung by seraphim whose footfalls tinkled on the tufted floor. Wretch, I cried, thy God hath lent thee, by these angels he hath sent thee, respite, respite, and nepenthe from thy memories of Lenore. Quaff, oh quaff this kind nepenthe, and forget the lost Lenore. Quoth the raven, nevermore.
Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still if bird or devil, whether tempter set, or whether tempest toss thee here ashore, desolate yet all undaunted, on this desert land enchanted, on this home by horror haunted, tell me truly, I implore, is there balm in Gilead? Tell me, I implore. Quoth the raven, nevermore.
Prophet!
Said I,
thing of evil.
Prophet still if bird or devil.
By that heaven that bends above us, by that God we both adore, tell this soul with sorrow laden, if within the distant Aidenn it shall clasp sainted maiden, whom the angels named Lenore.
Clasp that rare and radiant maiden whom the angels named Lenore.
quoth the raven,
nevermore.
Be that word our sign of parting, bird or fiend, I shrieked upstarting. Get thee back into the tempest in the night's Plutonian shore. Leave no black plume as a token of that lie thy soul hath spoken. Leave my loneliness unbroken. Quit the bust above my door. Take thy beak from out my heart and take thy form from off my door. Quoth the raven, nevermore.
and the raven never flitting, still is sitting,
on the pallid bust of Pallas, just above my chamber door.
And his eyes have all the seeming of a demon's that is dreaming.
And the lamplight o'er him streaming throws his shadow on the floor.
And my soul from out that shadow that lies floating on the floor shall be lifted.
nevermore.
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 The Red Death had long devastated the country.
No pestilence had ever been so fatal or so hideous.
Blood was its avatar and its seal, the redness and horror of blood.
I saw it happen to my chambermaid.
Weren't you in the same room?
No, she had long been banished. I watched it through the parlor window.
Thank goodness.
She cried and screamed and started bleeding out of, well, everywhere.
Gracious, how lucky are we?
Lucky are we what?
To be safe and sound in here.
Her chambermaid bled out everywhere.
Oh yes, it was quite the sight. Hideous, I must say.
Did she bleed out of her eyes?
Oh yes, quite the sight.
I suppose they don't call it the Red Death for nothing.
There was no Red Death in the court of Prince Prospero.
When his dominions were half depopulated, he summoned 1,000 friends from among the knights and dames of his court.
and there retreated to the deep seclusion of one of his abbeys.
The abbey was surrounded by a strong high wall with gates of iron.
And when the courtiers entered, welded the bolts shut.
There was no way in or out.
Did someone say my name?
We were just counting our lucky stars, dear prince.
We're so thankful to be in here and not adaptation.
There will be no talk of death. I command you to be merry and light-hearted.
Yes, Prince.
It's folly to even think about what's happening out there. What's next? The buffoons?
I believe the improvisatory plays but in 5 minutes.
Wonderful.
My friends, the world will take care of itself. Bring on the players. Bring on the wine. Let us have nothing but merriment.
It was toward the end of the 5th or 6th month of his seclusion.
And while the pestilence raged most furiously, Prince Prospero entertained his 1,000 friends.
My friends, I must make an announcement. Tonight we shall have a ball, a masquerade. Each room in the abbey will have a different scene, different shade, different Come, come, let us explore the rooms.
There were 7 rooms.
And each room had windows of stained glass,
whose colors matched the decorations of the chamber.
Oh, Prince!
The first room was hung in blue, and vividly blue were its windows.
Oh, Prince!
The second chamber was purple in its ornaments and tapestries.
Oh, Prince!
The third was green throughout.
Oh, Prince!
The fourth was furnished and lighted with orange.
Oh, Prince!
The 5th was white, the 6th was violet.
Oh, Prince.
The 7th room was shrouded in black velvet tapestries that hung all over the ceiling and down the walls.
But in this room only, the color of the windows differed from the decorations.
The panes here were scarlet, a deep blood color.
And the effect of the light that streamed through the blood-tinted panes
was ghastly in the extreme.
Prince, may I suggest that we begin our merriment in the blue room?
To the blue room!
Dong.
In the 7th room, there also stood a gigantic clock.
Dong.
Its pendulum swung to and fro with a dull, heavy, monotonous clang.
Dong.
And when the hour struck,
Dong.
There came from the brazen lungs of the clock a sound which was clear and loud and deep.
Dong.
It caused the musicians of the orchestra to pause.
Dong.
the waltzers to cease.
Dong.
The hideous grew pale.
Dong.
Gracious.
The clock, it sounds so...
Don't say it.
Doesn't sound ominous.
Not
Don't let the prince know how you feel.
Do you ever think that the prince is...
What?
I don't want to say it.
Then you shouldn't say.
Some think him mad for deserting his dominions.
Some I do not.
All you have to do is hear him, see him, to know that he is perfectly sane.
Dancing, dancing, we must have more dancing. Beat, beat, the heartbeat of life.
I hope the play never ends.
The dreams live.
Greetings to the prince.
Hip 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 hooray! Hip hip.
Dong, 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 dong.
What happened?
Why had the music stopped?
Before the last echoes of the last chime had utterly sunk into silence,
Many individuals in the crowd became aware of the presence of a masked figure.
Who had caught the attention of no single individual before.
Who is that?
The figure was tall and gaunt,
and shrouded in clothes from the grave.
Look at his face!
The mask which covered his face was made to resemble a stiffened corpse.
The mask, it looks like
he's bleeding out of his eyes.
That was blood on his costume.
The figure had assumed the Red Death.
Who dares? Who dares with his blasphemous mockery? Unmask him so we may know who hangs at sunrise.
but a certain nameless awe had found the whole party.
And none put forth their hand to seize the figure.
No one? Bah! Out of my way, you. How dare you? Death to those who invade our space.
The prince has fallen!
Get him!
Death. Death.
Death. Summoning the wild courage of despair.
Death.
A throng of the revelers at once threw themselves into the black chamber.
Death.
They seized the figure.
Death.
And gasped in horror at finding the corpse mask and the burial clothes left without a body for them to cling to.
Where is he? Where did he go?
I have his mask.
Where is he?
He can't have disappeared. He was right here.
Unless...
No, don't say it.
The prince is dead. The spectre has vanished.
It can't be.
The Red Death.
The Red Death had come like a thief in the night.
We haven't escaped after all.
And one by one dropped the revelers in the blood-tinted hall.
And one by one they died, each in the despairing posture of their fall.
And there's no hope.
Darkness and decay.
And the Red Death
Holds illimitable dominion over all.
Shh.
Shh.
Megan Huggins.
Dylan Price.
Anna Bartlett.
Maddie Butler.
Maria Sebastian.
Ross Metters.
Ruby Liebman.
Ryan Krantz.
Sophie Weideman.
Donita Rincones.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here this evening to watch this incredible cast leave it all on the digital stage. Y'all, I am so proud of you. What excellent, excellent work. If you will all indulge me for just a few more moments, we have a few people to thank. First, I need to give it up to Will Farris, our incredible stage manager, and also thank Megan Huggins, who has been our wonderful assistant director and who stepped in tonight to cover the role of our beloved cast member, Britton Ramsey, who sadly had a family emergency and needed to be with her folks this evening. So thank you, Megan, for stepping in to fill her shoes. Now, those of you who have been a part of our Emerging Artist productions in the past know that we can't end a summer without honoring our graduating seniors. And we have 3 wonderful, wonderful humans to send off to college with all of our love and support. So first, I would like to talk to you about the fabulous Ryan Krantz, who has been with us for several summers now. We adore him. I first met Ryan at auditions for The Drowsy Chaperone several summers ago and came to know Ryan as someone who will work a bit over and over and over until it is perfect. He is kind, he is steady, he is responsible, and he is off to Williams College to double major in statistics and theater and make the world a better, more creative place. And I love you so much, Ryan. I'm so glad that you've been a part of our program these years.
Thank you.
Next, I need to tell you about Destiny Neal. Destiny started in our junior artists program with Annie Jr. way back when, 7 shows ago. And she's been with us every summer since, bringing her powerhouse voice, but more importantly, the most positive, generous heart you could wish to see in a castmate. She brings it every rehearsal. She works very, very hard and juggles everything that she's got going on and always gives everything to the show and everything to her castmates. And she is there for them every step of the way. Destiny is headed off to Austin Peay University to study musical theater performance. And Destiny, we know that you are going to take their stage by storm. And lastly, I would like to share some words about Maria Sebastian. Maria has been coming to Nashville Children's Theater since she was a tiny little girl. As long as I have worked at Nashville Children's Theater, Maria has been a student there. And she is such a special person, whether, she was 8 years old and being the most fantastic goat you ever saw in Theater Voyagers, or, creating incredible solos in Songs for a New World, if you saw her last year. Maria is another in this group that will bring endless work and dedication, and she will bring it with such joy. Maria is off to make the world a better place, starting her studies at Belmont University in the fall, on her pathway to become a pediatrician. And to Ryan, Destiny, and Maria, to all 3 of you, I just want to say we love you so much. Congratulations on all your hard work, and you have all of our best wishes and love as you step into this next adventure. I love you so much. Mwah. And to our audience, thank you for sticking with us and helping us honor them tonight. Love you.